Hey, what up guys? How you doing? It is Lasty here. Welcome today to a new episode of the FIFA 20 Ultimate Team Road to Glory. Today's episode is powered by my sponsor Elgato Gaming and the brand new HD60S Plus, the key lights and the green screen. You guys know I use this stuff to create my videos for you every single day. I highly recommend it to you aspiring content creators out there. If you'd like to learn more, check down below in the description to a link to my Elgato profile page. So, getting on into today's episode then, you know the first thing you need to do is smash that thumbs up button. If we can get anywhere near 4,000 likes, that would be the dream. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're new. Click the notification bell so you never miss an upload. And if you didn't see yesterday's episode, we changed the team around quite a bit. We've brought in some Napoli players. We've gone down a little bit of a Serie A route, which is interesting. It's different. It's something that I was keen to do, make some team changes, but of course we have to change our team up even further today, because I'm going to start taking on some of these objectives. Now, this is what my Premier League 7 first owners looks like. I believe it was Pickford, Stones, Luke Shaw, obviously Ndombele. I think I had Ryan Fraser, and then Pukki and Rashford are all first owner for me. So that was a fairly decent squad. And then I could put some of my like La Liga players in there that just make up the chemistry and give me half decent players and stuff. And then of course once you get into game, that's when you can take the 3 weakest players that are first owner off and bring on 3 of your stronger players from your main starting 11. So that's one tip that I would definitely recommend to you guys to do when you are going for these objectives. Obviously they're very difficult and not many of us have got a whole heap of great amazing first owner players in our squads that we can use, so by subbing 3 of those weaker players off and bringing on 3 players that you're used to playing with is definitely beneficial, and most people seem to be doing it anyway, so it's not like you're being cheeky or anything. Like, a lot of people are doing the exact same thing. So this first game right here, it was a difficult match. Obviously, I'm playing with a team which I'm not necessarily used to. We've got a few players in there which are not what I'm used to playing with. So it was a little bit tough, and I decided after going 3-1 down that my mentality with this was that if I do go down in a game where I genuinely think I don't have a chance, is that I will just quit and move on, because I don't mind if we drop skill rating and it pushes us down a division or 2. Like, I don't want to necessarily go out there and play and like lose 20 games in a row so I can get down to division 7 or something. I don't want to do that. But like, if I am struggling, I want to make this as obviously as easy as possible, as we all do, right? But I kind of want to try and keep my skill rating and try and keep roughly where my progress is at the moment anyway. So this next game right here, you can see that Neymar scores, which obviously means I think we've been bringing Neymar, Sergio Ramos, and then who else have we been bringing on? I think maybe one of the midfielders. I think Wijnaldum might come on or something. I can't remember exactly what we did, but yeah, we've got, yeah, as you can see there, I brought Wijnaldum on. Now, this game we actually got a 2-0 rage quit, and that's going to help, because not only do we get another one of the win 3 games with the whatever you call it, like the 83 rated squad with some first owners in it or whatever, and then we get a win with the Prem squad. We also get a first owner goal there in I think the goal that we scored with Pukki. So we need to get 20 first owner goals in rivals in the next couple weeks, and that's going to be another icon swap token. So that's exactly what we are aiming to do. Like, I'm not focusing on that one. I'm not focusing on getting the first owner goals. I think they'll just happen over time. But then I imagine also that it might be the one that I have left over at the end, because I do obviously bring on people like Neymar and stuff, and as we go through different challenges, it's probably going to be like Neymar and Mertens coming in, and if that's the case, then I'm going to be scoring with players that aren't my first owner, so that could be the final one that we're left with. And if that is the case, then we just need to make a first owner squad, go into some matches and hopefully score some goals. But we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. This next game right here, we end up getting a 2-1 victory. And that is, once again, another good one. I mean, I don't think we really deserved that game. The pressure towards the end was pretty hectic, I'm not going to lie. But hey, it's another notch of that objective done. So we can be happy about that. Are we 2 out of 3 for the Prem right now, or was that the 3rd? I can't remember. We got Golden Rivals done, so that was the That was the 3 rivals matches with the 83 rated squad or below. So I could now adapt my my subs bench if I wanted to. But that's another icon swap that we've got. So that's great. That was the one that we were trying to get in the last episode. And I realized that actually I just kill 2 birds with 1 stone if I use one of the squads like the Prem, but keep it under 83 rated. I don't have to use my main team. That would just take even longer to continue doing. So yeah, I'm glad that one's over and done with. We've done that one without even really focusing on it. The main focus right now was to get that 3rd win for the Prem team. And we come up against another Prem squad. One thing I am seeing is actually quite a lot of diversity in the squads within Rivals, and I think that is what EA want to do. I think people are obviously very keen on getting some free icons just by grinding the game. So I'm actually quite happy to see that some of the squads that I'm coming up against are obviously not just the crazy sweaty teams. The players I'm coming up against though are fairly decent. I mean, this guy, I ended up going 2-0 up within 5 or 6 minutes and getting a 2-0 rage quit. So that's actually going to be the 3rd game for the Prem. So it turns out doing the Prem challenge for me has been pretty easy, and I don't know whether that's because we're fairly lucky in the fact that we've got a first owner Rashford and Pookie. Like, that's 2 pretty good strikers to have. Not that Pookie really did anything apart from score maybe 1 goal for us. We finally boosted ourselves up into rank 2. I aim to stay there. Obviously, Rivals points are going to be pretty high this week because a lot of people are playing Rivals and a lot of people are doing challenges in order to unlock these icons. So yeah, we obviously want to try and keep rank 2 so that we can get lots of untradeable packs. Who knows? We might even push into rank 1. I don't know how much more I'm going to have to play this week, but I'm guessing that that's going to be a very high target to get to. So rank 2 would do me just fine. So the Prem team is now done. We now switch over to a La Liga squad, and as you can see, 1 first owner in Oblak, 2 in Lenglet, 3 in Dembele, 4, 5, 6 with Hazard, 7 and even 8. Like, we've got lots of first owners here in this squad, but I will literally substitute 3 of them out. I think the main 3 subs I'm going to make here are bringing off those 2 strikers and then also one of the midfielders. I'll bring Fernando off and I'll bring the 2 strikers off, bringing on like Alan and then Mertens and Insigne can come into the squad or something like that, and obviously that'll be a fairly decent squad, actually, because the good thing about the La Liga objective for me was that my entire defense is La Liga, so I can use that, and Oblak and Lenglet are both first owners, so that's pretty helpful. I'm not gonna lie. We've actually got our main actual defense, so that leads me to be as confident as I can be in the defence. It's just trying to score going forwards that I'm able to bring my subs on. I've got a slightly weaker midfield than I normally would have, but hey, it is what it is. Every team has got to adjust to this, unless you're like Bateson or someone that also spends loads and loads of money on the game and you've got first owners coming out of your ears, then it's not going to be your main squad every single time. So we end up getting an equaliser with Mertens. I think he scored with his Mertens, and this is my new swagger celebration. I think I mentioned it in yesterday's episode. I like it. It's a good one. I think that's what I'll be sticking with for quite a while here. But Neymar just scoots past the defender there. It's Chiellini. The goalkeeper's coming out. Chiellini goes for it to try and block that little chip off the line, but we are able to go 2-1 up in this game, and I think deservedly so as well. We were playing fairly decent and actually holding more possession than my opponent, and that's something I never really do. I spend most of my games in like the 45% possession mark because every single opponent is just better than me at holding the ball. But we end up going 3-1 up. Neymar gets through again and once again scores a lovely goal. I think we green timed that one to stick it in the back of the net. And then, well, this guy had to kind of attack a little bit more, so it left a few more gaps open for me to actually score, and Neymar is able to turn the defender, smack it in for his hat-trick, and that's going to be 4-1, and then at this point he sort of gave up. So I took the opportunity to score a goal with Hazard, knowing that he is a first owner player, and like I said, we need to get 20 first owner goals in Rivals for this season in order to get another icon swap. So I got one more, but I forgot about it until it was a bit too late, so I only was able to score 1 goal with Hazard there, whilst he was hardly really playing at that point. So yeah, that's a victory for La Liga. Brilliant stuff, a good start for this one. Moving into the next game, we're up against I couldn't tell if this guy was actually doing I guess he's probably not doing a challenge, right? You know, because looking at that squad, it's too diverse. It's a French squad, but like there's many leagues in there, so I guess he hasn't got lots of first owners in there. And he was pretty good as well. I definitely struggled, so I think I eventually just quit out of that one. And again, was just like, yeah, keep to your rules in your head. If you are losing and you think it's going to be a waste of time, don't bother with it. I then come up against this guy who's got a bronze team with an icon swap in it, and that to me said he is going to relegate himself. So I was just hoping he would score an own goal so that I got a victory, and he did. So if you're out there, Wob, you're a hero, mate. I appreciate you. It's just something that you'll come across that every now and again. Someone's trying to relegate themselves, and I guess if you are doing that, it's just nice and helpful to give your opponent the own goal before you quit. I guess it's kind of up to you at the end of the day, isn't it? Now, yeah, I mean. So we've got 2 out of 3 La Liga ones done already as well. So then we go into the next game. I end up gifting my opponent a goal after I'd worked quite hard to get one myself. And this game was super laggy. The delay, the connection was just not... It was just really input delay. I felt like I was dominating this guy, but I just couldn't get the chances to score the goals because it wasn't actually taking the shot when I was asking it to and stuff. And my turns were all wrong and whatnot. So I felt so much relief when I finally got 2 goals quite quickly in the second half, and that made him quit. So actually, the La Liga one has been super simple for me to do. And you know what I said about this challenge is going to be difficult, and we're probably going to drop down divisions and whatnot. We've actually gone up over 100 skill rating by doing these 2 or 3 challenges that I did in this evening. So, you know, as you can see there, we're nearly up to 1450 skill rating. That's the highest I've ever been, and I've not necessarily been using my main squad. So yeah, we had a rage quit or 2, so maybe that has helped that along. But it's got La Liga done, and it's actually got through a fair old chunk of the online swaps challenges. So that's another one added to the list, to our little bank of icon swap tokens, and we've managed to get, what, did we get 3 in today's episode? I'll switch it to special and newest, and then you can see, yeah, that is 3 new players coming in. Brilliant stuff. So Clements, Rixvold, and somebody else has made their way into the squad. So we've now got 6. 6 is enough to unlock Peter Schmeichel, I think. Yeah, I mean, we'll take a look at the icon swaps in just a moment. Now that we didn't have to have our main squad down as an 83 rated overall, I can put Oblak back and bring the terrible red Spanish goalkeeper out, who did absolutely nothing for me, I have to say, in our main squad. But yeah, we could currently unlock Peter Schmeichel if we wanted to. I'm not going to, but it's something that we could do. I've been seeing mixed reviews on Guardiola in the comment section, so I still don't know quite what to do. It all depends, I guess, on how easy it is for me to unlock the other 6 tokens. If I'm struggling and I get up to 8 tokens, I might unlock Guardiola first. Or if things are going all right for me, or I've got some fairly easy ones left and I can just grind it out and things aren't too stressful, then I'll work my way up to the 11 to get Roberto Carlos first. I'm definitely set on Roberto Carlos, but I am a little bit torn on whether to go for Nesta or Pep Guardiola. I got an issue with both. Like, I don't think they're both going to be absolutely amazing. I've heard good things about Pep. I've also heard some pretty poor things about Pep. I think Roberto Carlos will work for me, so you won't change my mind on that one, I don't think. I'm pretty stuck with him. Getting a strong link to Neymar as long as I want, and that just sorts him out for chemistry. I'm pretty down for that. But then Nesta has got terrible balance and agility, or whatever it is. But other than that, he looks pretty solid in defence. And then Pep just doesn't look like he's absolutely amazing. Maybe someone like Alan is even better than him. But at the end of the day, like, he's a good link in the midfield, and I think he's going to be pretty usable. So that's why I'm currently thinking of going for him. But I might be swayed into a Nesta, or I don't know. If I got 11 tokens for Roberto Carlos, that leaves me with a possible, what? Is there 24 in total? So that leaves me with 13 more. I don't know who I could get for 13 tokens that would be worth it. I don't think Kluivert or Crespo or anything like that is really worth it, in my opinion. I think there's better, more agile strikers out there. But having someone fairly rock solid in like a defensive mid or centre-back role, I think that could be fairly important. So, yeah, at the moment, I'm still thinking probably Pep and Roberto Carlos. I'm not sure which one. I might have to just make a decision, and obviously I'm taking on board what you're saying in the comment section below. I tell you what, I might even put a poll in this video where you guys that are still watching right now, you could click in the top right corner and let me know if you'd want to see Nesta or Pep Guardiola, because it might just be between those two at the moment. If I decide to do that, then cool. If not, I might have already made my decision and you guys just don't have a chance to respond. So yeah, anyway, that's going to bring us towards the end of the episode today. Do me a huge favor, guys. Keep the support going on this series. Smash that thumbs up button. Don't forget to sub to the channel if you're new. Click the notification bell so you never miss an upload. And you can come follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Those links are down below. Most importantly, have a wonderful day. I will catch you tomorrow with another episode. Peace.